The confetti had barely been cleaned off the floor of Paycom Center in Oklahoma City when the NBA offseason kicked into full gear, or even overdrive, to extend the metaphor, with the 2024 champion Boston Celtics making two stunning trades in rapid succession. Now, just days later, it may be the Los Angeles Lakers' turn to make headlines. As unpredictable as the offseason has been so far, there is one sure thing, at least according to CBS Sports analyst Sam Quinn: the Lakers will acquire a center. The Celtics shocked the basketball world and succeeded in slipping under the 2023 collective bargaining agreement's so-called second apron by shedding the contracts of veteran point guard Jrue Holiday and center Kristaps Porzingis, both integral parts of Boston's 18th NBA championship season and the team's 61-win regular season that ended in 2025, in back-to-back trades Monday and Tuesday. Actually, the offseason got rolling even before the OKC Thunder raised their first-ever championship trophy. Just hours prior to Game 7 of the NBA Finals tipping off, the Phoenix Suns traded future Hall of Famer Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets. NBA draft up next on Wednesday. As if those moves were not enough, before NBA observers and insiders can catch their collective breath, the NBA draft opens on Wednesday. But barring a dramatic trade, admittedly always a possibility, the Lakers do not select until number 53, deep in the second round, more or less ruling out the addition of an immediately playable center through the draft. On Monday, it appeared that a major trade target for Los Angeles had been taken off the table when ESPN.com NBA insider Shams Charania reported that the Dallas Mavericks were about to sign their 6-year veteran center Daniel Gafford to a 3-year contract extension worth $60 million. The $60 million figure would have rendered Gafford ineligible to be traded for at least 6 months after signing. But as it quickly turned out, Charania's dollar figure was off by $6 million. In fact, the value of the 26-year-old big man's new deal was just $54 million, a figure that squeaks under the cutoff of $54.3 million that would have triggered a 6-month trade prohibition for Gafford. To get Gafford, Hachimura must go. According to analyst Maxwell Ogden of the Lakers news site Lake Show Life, Los Angeles now has a path to acquiring Gafford that has suddenly become painfully clear. Why painful? Because, Ogden reported on Wednesday, the most likely way to land Gafford would be to swap him for Rui Hachimura, the 26-year-old power forward who has averaged 12.8 points in 27.7 minutes per game over his 3 seasons since the Lakers acquired him from the Washington Wizards. Gafford's contract equates to an annual average of $18 million per season, starting at an estimated $17,263,584. The Lakers need to find a way to effectively match that figure in any potential trades, Ogden wrote. That puts Rui Hachimura directly in the conversation as the player whose talent and contract give Los Angeles the best chance at completing a move for Gafford, according to Ogden. Hachimura would come to Dallas on an expiring contract worth $18,259,259 in the upcoming season, making his contract a near match for Gafford's. In fact, with $4.3 million to go before they hit the first apron, the difference in salaries would increase the Lakers' flexibility to make additional moves by moving them further away from the first apron threshold, albeit incrementally. For a Mavericks team in need of improved play along the wings, Hachimura could address a significant void, Ogden argued. He's a proven player who has thrived alongside Dallas star Anthony Davis and can be plugged in effortlessly as a 3 and D-wing with well-rounded supplemental value. Will the Lakers head down this painfully clear path? With off-season deals apparently happening fast, their next move could be revealed by the end of this week or sometime next. The Los Angeles Lakers missed out on another potential trade target as the Atlanta Hawks landed Kristaps Porzingis in a deal with the Boston Celtics. As blockbuster trades continue to be announced around the association, the Lakers' options are starting to lessen. With the arrival of the NBA draft, fans can expect trade talks to heat up in the coming days. One name being floated in NBA rumors is Miami Heat star center Bam Adebayo. Sports Illustrated's Anthony Pasiala offered a potential trade proposal that has the Lakers making a big splash by landing Adebayo. Los Angeles has to part with fan-favorite Austin Reaves as part of the deal. Here are the full details of the NBA trade pitch. Los Angeles acquires Adebayo and Haywood Highsmith in the blockbuster trade. Miami adds Reaves, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and 2 first-round picks, 2026, 2030, in exchange for the star. Let's dive into the pros and cons of this potential deal for the Lakers and Heat. Lakers rumors. Can Los Angeles trade for Heat star Bam Adebayo? It remains to be seen if Reaves plus 2 first-round picks would be enough to pry Adebayo away from South Beach. Los Angeles loses a shooting playmaker but lands the big fish the team has been searching for down low to pair with LeBron James and Luka Doncic. To do so, upgrading their front court this offseason is essential, Pasiala wrote in a June 24, 2025, story titled, Lakers Blockbuster Trade Proposal Sees LA. Go all in by swapping Austin Reaves for $165 million All-Star center. While there are short-term and relatively cheap options in free agency like Clint Capella or Brook Lopez, it shouldn't come as a surprise if the front office goes all in with a blockbuster move to help James and Luka Doncic. Let's answer the question of why Heat team president Pat Riley and company would trade Adebayo. Riley went on record at the beginning of the offseason claiming that the organization would not run it back. After missing out on veteran superstar Kevin Durant, rebuilding seems like a more realistic option than ever before. Heat center Bam Adebayo would be a perfect fit alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Adebayo is set to begin a 3-year, $165 million contract that will run through the 2028-29 season. The star has a player option for the final season of this lucrative deal. Lakers insider Jovan Boha made the case for Adebayo being an ideal fit alongside Doncic and James in Los Angeles. I think he'd be good next to Luka because they're both all-star, all-NBA guys, and they're both smart and they can make it work, Boha explained on an April 28th podcast for Yahoo Sports. I think Bam is not enough of a lob threat for what the Lakers would want. Defensively, he'd be great because he's a great defender, but I don't know if they could get him. From a trade perspective, I don't really see LA having enough to offer to Miami. It remains to be seen how the Lakers' recent sale could impact the team's upcoming roster moves. Los Angeles will need to find a solution at center, even if it does not mean landing a star like Adebayo. After the Los Angeles Lakers had Luka Doncic fall into their laps in incredibly fortunate fashion before the mid-season trade deadline, the last thing Golden State Warriors fans want to see is their Pacific rival handed another obvious gift. Yet, that's just what may happen in the wake of Kristaps Porzingis' departure from the Boston Celtics, with the Atlanta Hawks trade for the Latvian big man clearly signaling their intention to part ways with another veteran center. The Lakers could be gifted Clint Capella in free agency. If there was any doubt over Clint Capella's departure from Atlanta this offseason, the final nail was well and truly put in his Hawks tenure by the Porzingis trade. With the 2024 NBA champion and Onyeka Okongwu on the roster, there's little need for Atlanta to consider bringing Capella back. With the 31-year-old set to hit free agency, the Lakers appear the obvious destination given their need for a center this offseason. More specifically, there's a clear need for a proven shot blocker who can also run the floor and take advantage of pick and rolls with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Capella fits that mold in pretty straightforward fashion, even if he's not the player he once was and who Golden State fans will strongly remember from his days with their rival Houston Rockets. The Swiss international still averaged 8.9 points, 8.5 rebounds, and a block per game this past season, though that actually broke a 7-year run where Capella averaged a double-double. Capella isn't some great player or anything like that, but it should anger Warrior fans that the Lakers will likely fill their void rather easily, while Golden State's path to addressing their center position is far more complicated. As Tim Kawakami of the San Francisco Standard put it on Tuesday, the Warriors could use an athletic center who, ideally, also shoots three-pointers. Coming across such a player will be difficult, particularly after one potential option in Porzingis was just traded. Golden State need a starting big to space the floor next to Draymond Green, but asking that of a second-year Quinton Post with huge defensive concerns is fraught with danger. It's those spacing concerns that makes it unlikely that the Warriors themselves would have interest in Capella, even if he does figure as a better veteran option than Kevin Looney. Finding an upgrade to Jackson Hayes won't be difficult for the Lakers, and turning to Capella may be just one move they make in achieving that. For the Warriors, finding an upgrade is less straightforward given there appears no perfect solution to an issue that could make or break their championship hopes.